Hello everybody, this is the Master824 as you can see, and I'm here to tell you that I think I've made a terrible mistake. It all started, well, a couple days ago. I went to Gamersgate. I saw a complete collection with like 5 expansions for a space game called Sword of the Stars. Sure, it was old, but it had tons of expansions. It was only $7. I couldn't resist. And as I said, it was a mistake. First of all, let me show you the first thing I discovered in this game. I went to change some of the audio options so I could record it later, and saw all this, it was fine, and then I went to speech, and I was thinking, what's that? What is speech? So I clicked on it, and here's what happened.
Eureka! 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 Eureka!
Over and over again, not even a different sound.
Eureka! Eureka! Eureka!
That was a bit odd, but I still hadn't played the game, so...
Eureka!
So, you know, I went to start up a custom game, you know? I went to single player, custom... tons of races, because there's tons of expansions. Read a little bit about each race, you know? This is not actually the right screen. Picked sphere, kept all this the same. To create game, just my game. Is that, decided to set up this, and a species. This is what I was looking for. Here is all the species, and there is a lot, but I just ended up picking, not the Zool or the Leer, but the Hither, because it reminded me of Ender's Game. I was like, that is just like the buggers, I have to use this. So, you know, I used this on normal, launched game, and then I noticed the art on the loading screen. Do you see this?
System updates.
And there it is again with the speech. The speech sounds terrible, but did you see that loading screen? Did you see how terrible it looked? But anyway, here's the game. I was like, what do I do? First of all, what does any of this mean? I'm like, okay, I have some fleets. It's kind of like Sins of a Solar Empire. That was what I was like. That was what I was expecting, you know? Just Sins of a Solar Empire. Move this fleet over here.
We will follow this course, Majesty.
Did you hear that? Listen again. That's not it, that's not it. They didn't say it. Okay, so I'm moving them over here to that star, and that takes 21 turns. Okay, fair enough. I'll build some crap. What happens? I can skip through these turns easily. So I built some of these.
Construction order placed, Majesty!
Did you hear that again? There it is with this. These aliens sound awful. Awful. Absolutely terrible. I can't even stand it. Let's see if I can get any more of that voice acting going. Some research. Research. Not that, not that. Let's research. This. No, this.
This project may advance the swarm in a great leap.
Oh my god, it sounds so cheesy. I can't get over it. I'm sorry. I don't want to judge this game because I'm sure there's people that like it, but that sounds awful. So let's end the turn. See what happens. Maybe there's more buggers talking.
System updates.
Ugh. So I keep playing and nothing's happening. My fleets aren't reaching the stars. It takes like 1,000 turns, and I'm like, what is happening? I need to find a tutorial. That's what I'm thinking. I need to find a tutorial. But how do I exit this? I press escape. Does nothing. Escape does nothing. I'm like, how do I get out of here? There's no button to do it. So you see this little button right here in the corner. Right here. Wow. Quit to main menu. That's where it is. You can barely tell it's a button. It could be anything. It could just be part of the design of the UI. But it's actually how you exit. Obnoxious noises all the time in this game. I swear to God, it's awful. Okay. So, looking for a tutorial, and here it is. I'm like, basic tutorial, let's see. I'm like, okay, create game. Look at that art.
System update.
Terrible. But I don't know what any of this means still. This is not telling me. So I go to this. I'm like, I want to figure out about the combat, first of all, because I want to see what combat looks like, because I still haven't seen the combat. So I go to combat.
The enemy attacks.
Hey, this is Paul, aka Rorschach on the forums, and what I'm going to have here is a walkthrough for the combat portion of Sword of the Stars. Hey, Paul.
And at first, I did not know that was a video. I thought that was actually like an actual tutorial that guides you step by step. I do not want to watch a tutorial of someone else playing for 30 minutes. I can figure it out if I have a tiny, tiny bit of guidance, but that's what I have to deal with. So, this is my terrible mistake. And then I can't get out again because the button's right here. Obnoxious noises everywhere. I know it's an outdated game, but still, the menu could trick you. This could be a modern game. Okay then. So, that's it. I just wanted to tell you guys that if you want to buy this game, if you think it's a great deal, it's not, because it's not a very good game. It's very outdated. I don't want to be mean, but it's bad. It's just bad. And that's that. Sorry about that. The Master